it just gets better with age, and
Absolutely not.
with Corey Feldman being the main star,
Dude, you're
Rock and Roll
full of
High School
shit, dude.
ever.
Hi, everybody. Episode 96 of Video Rot. Riverman, Aaron here. We are here continuing where we left off last week. Last week, we gave you guys the worst, well, our worst, according to us, top 10 films of 1991. So naturally, this week, it's all about the best because we can't stay negative, baby.
The
We
best of
can't,
the best.
we can't live in that negative space, guys. I want to say thank you really quick right now in the chat. I know we got Blaine, we got Marco Polo, we got Sean Boyle, we got Gamer Guy. What's up, all you guys? As you guys roll into the chat, please do us a favor and like the stream. We're doing these every Wednesday, normally at 8 p.m. Central Time. I know it's Thursday right now, but that's because Todd, he got absolutely demolished by a storm yesterday, and his power was out like in the whole city. So
yeah, so I'm in the Midwest, and they said it was like a Category 1 hurricane, and like everybody's trees are like flattened and fences are blown over. Man, it was terrible. So I've been cleaning up all day today. We just got our power back at like 6 a.m. this morning. So I did have to work, which sucked, but what can you do? It was a pain in the ass, still is.
what can you ever do about it? So that's the reason why we're a day late. Regardless, if you guys aren't catching us live, you're not going to know any different. These are going up on Mondays the following week. So, but yeah, I don't know if Riverman is going to want to talk about anything before we kind of get into our list. Did you have anything? I know we have. He's going to do Name That Kino this week. He's going to test my wits. Did you have anything you wanted to discuss before we kind of roll into all that? Any news? I saw Thanksgiving's getting a 4K release.
It looks pretty cool, the Steelbook too.
Yeah.
It just has the Thanksgiving turkey with the butcher knife stuck into it. I did pick up, or I did order the Opera, like you're talking. Didn't you order that from Severin?
I got it fixed. Yeah, and I got the right one.
I did end up getting that, so I'll get that. here in
Mine
a few
should be
weeks.
in the mail tomorrow. Like it's
Yeah.
well, that's, you say why I got confused before because they weren't out yet. Like, yeah, they were in stock.
Yeah.
So like they were out. Like I got that one at the right time. It seemed to match. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, all that worked out in my favor. The guy took a return on
Oh, that was nice of him.
the German version. I ate the shipping cost, no big deal. It was my bad. Didn't pay close enough attention. I got overly eager. That itchy trigger finger. That late night spending in bed at 2 a.m. We all do, right? You're bored. The significant other is asleep snoring, and you're just watching YouTube. You start scrolling. It's your precious hour or two before you got to wake up and live your miserable life again at work.
Yep.
And something catches your eye. You got to scratch that itch in your brain that says, I need more shit.
Pretty much.
And I thought it was sold out. And then I went straight to eBay and I got the first thing that had the same classic cover. So,
That's all right.
and honesty is the best policy. I'm not one of those jerks that lies and says, oh, not as described, to get the refund automatically. And then obviously, the person who sold it's eating the shipping cost too.
You should at least
karma.
open it and watched it and be like, this is the German version. I don't have a region-free player.
Well, if you open it, I wouldn't have gotten a full refund.
I know.
And that's what he said. Of course,
okay.
I wouldn't either. I'd be like, well, if you opened it, I'm going to give you what's fair. Luckily, though, we caught it on this podcast and I didn't open it because I totally would have opened it. And would have been like, oh, yeah.
You've probably been watching that night after the show.
Yeah, and I would have been sad watching it. Like, but anyway, is there anything else you want to talk about besides that?
No, not a whole lot, man. What have I watched?
I did break really quick. Sorry, I did break and I pre-ordered that limited edition Freddy.
I did. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I might end up canceling it. We'll see. But
well, Amazon. It's not that Amazon's not reliable. It's Amazon UK. It's the fact that they're notorious for canceling pre-orders.
Yeah,
like they oversell pre-orders like nobody's business. So I have one on Amazon, but I also got it on Diabolic too.
I saw they just posted that.
Yeah, I went ahead and I just got it because worst comes worst, I can still cancel the Amazon.
Yeah.
And if it turns out to be worth something like the Exorcist one, I'm sure I'm not gonna have any problem getting my money back. I don't know, but at the end of the day, the Amazon could be canceled, and I do trust Diabolic, and I want one copy. So if anything, that'll be the Diabolic. So and you can even return. You can return the Amazon UK stuff just the same.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a big deal. So yeah, covering the bases there. I want to say let's acknowledge a couple people in the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Blaine, it's good to see you, brother. Marco Polo says, Aaron, you need to make a movie about the serial killer Wesley Allen Dodd. Don't know if that's the right spelling, but you look exactly like him. Oh, wait, so you're saying I should play him?
Hmm.
Should I start researching the role now and show up at Todd's doorstep and, you know, make me some breakfast sausage a la Todd or something,
There
like
you
cut him
go.
up? That sounds gross. Why'd I go straight for the sausage?
I don't know.
Make some breakfast kielbasa a la Todd.
Kielbasa is better.
Yeah.
Chorizo.
I got a really traumatizing story about kielbasas. I can't say kielbasa anymore. I can't look at kielbasas. I don't even want to think about a kielbasa because I've got a traumatic story that unfortunately I can't share.
I know it.
You know it.
I do.
Because certain people listen to this damn podcast, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If I was completely protected and nobody I knew listened to this and I could be certain it would not get back to said people, I would tell you guys. In fact, I might have to save that for the membership because
I'm
that
not I'm not 100% on that, but I believe I know it.
you don't want to know it. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's just fucking terrible, dude. But anyway, yeah, man. So I'll have to look it up. I've heard the name. It's not ringing a bell. I know I've heard the name. I can't put the face though with the name. Sounds like uh, Wesley Allen Todd right now is looking up the killer. And
One thing I did end up watching, which you were championing, I didn't know you really enjoyed it that much, is what was that? Not Unforgiven, yeah,
love
Unforgiven.
it. It's one of my favorite
Clint
movies.
Eastwood, which I never saw, and then I think I ordered it back on Amazon Prime Day for cheap, and the 4K doesn't look great. It looks fine, like nothing. I didn't own it, so I never seen it, and I'm trying to complete my collection. So
Well,
I
your
really
Eastwood
enjoyed it, man. That
collection.
was really good.
Your Eastwood
My
collection.
Eastwood collection, yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a slipcase, right?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, Todd says he got it for like $12. He didn't tell me about it. It's not that big of a deal. It's one
And
of
that
those
goes on sale all the time.
well, it's a dime a dozen movie, and it's normally like, well, right now it's out of stock, and I think it's because of the Prime Day, so it's fetching a higher price now. But that those studio releases, you can get them for under 20 all day long.
That's
16 bucks,
probably why, because I had to return it because it was broken. The
and it
case is
didn't
all
let
broken
you,
up, and it just refunded me my money.
and it told you not to return it.
No, it said to return it.
Yeah, you didn't get the option to whatever.
Yeah, because Warner Brothers, I flagged it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so yeah, I saw that. It's like if I want to get a copy, it's like 35 bucks. But it like Todd says, those Warner titles, they're gonna go on sale every kind of holiday.
Yeah.
It just like Scarface and all these other titles that I'm never in a huge rush to really grab them. And actually, as far as the Unforgiven, I have the old school digibook that's like the
Oh.
Taxi Driver,
Oh,
the
sweet.
Blu-ray.
Okay. Yeah.
So
You might not even need to upgrade. I mean, the 4K
yeah,
didn't look that great, so
probably not. I think movies like that deserve better presentation, but like, what are you gonna do? It's Warner. But I love that movie. I think it's a 10 out of 10. Todd just watched it now. I've been watching it for years, and I think it's fantastic that that's arguably the Western swan song because Westerns were dead at the start of the 90s, and Clint Eastwood made arguably one of his best.
well,
At
Tombstone was after that, though.
Yeah, but they're
Tombstone
not
was in
far.
94,
What?
95.
No, it's 94, not 95. Look it up. That's too late.
93, sorry, I was wrong.
93, and Unforgiven is what year?
92.
Yeah, so they were right there on the
Yeah.
heels. That was the last era, though. That was it. And I
Yeah.
don't know why people started hating Westerns after that because Tombstone is revered, Unforgiven swept the Oscars. people dig wider. So I don't really get it, but that was kind of the last heyday of and every now and again, I feel like Hollywood keeps trying to make the westerns happen again. Like every now and a blue moon, they pump out another western or
Do it.
remake.
Do it. I love westerns, man.
But
Tombstone's my
they're,
favorite still, but I love westerns.
they had that remake of 310 to Yuma like what 13, 14 years ago. That's pretty good. They just don't quite stick, and it's too bad. But anyway, Unforgiven's fantastic. I love it. I love the story. I love the story of a guy with a past that's now just trying to get by and make good with his kids and stuff like that. And at the end, when he drinks that fire water and he turns into the old Clint you just been hearing about the whole movie, I love it. It's fantastic. Let's see. What's up, Sean Boyle? How you doing, brother? I've been sending you guys IMs and stuff on Instagram, just like bulk of the people I know that want to jump in because I don't know how easy it is for you guys to see these alerts. I have no idea what's going on with the YouTubes and whatnot. So don't mind me if I send those out. But I'm glad you guys are responsive to it. Gamer guy, how you doing, brother? Gamer guy was telling us in the Discord. We have a Discord. You guys can join that, by the way. It should be in the descriptions below the videos. But he was saying that you talked to the guy that found the Return of the Living Dead 3 footage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
I'm
was saying
curious.
something about like he interviewed him or talked to him, and
Heck yeah.
yeah, and he got to have a conversation with them, and so that's pretty
I'll have to listen
neat.
to that.
Oh yeah, look at that. He already beat me to it. Me and my podcast co-host got a sneak peek at the lost cut of Return of the Living Dead 3. Yep. So yeah, let us know where we can find all that. Ishmael, what's up? Caramelized nuggets. Speaking of food, you guys have any favorite movie time foods or drinks? Uh, you know, I don't know if it's my favorite. I guess everybody wants to go to popcorn, like movie theater style popcorn, and I do like that. I stay away from that because it feels like you're gonna have a heart attack whenever you eat that legit, like the good stuff. It just makes you feel like a terrible person inside and out. So I do like to eat just sort of naked popcorn, just white popcorn, lightly salted, if that. And I love that. But so it's not my favorite. My favorite food, I'm a nuts guy. Make the
Mhm.
jokes if you
Yeah.
want. But
Yeah.
I love mixed nuts. I love almonds. I love the blue diamond flavored almonds. I like the habanero. Ooh, those are so
All the
good.
habanero ones are good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with nuts and actually beef jerky, man. I'm an all-American. Come
Yep.
on.
Yep.
I love the hot and spicy beef
Mhm.
jerky with like that soaked in that red pepper juice and it's got the red pepper flakes in there. Dude, I'm shitting razor blades for 24 hours after. It's almost not worth it, but I keep going back to the lover that's not good for me. 'Cause it's like it
Yeah.
doesn't get me that night. It's always the next morning, and I am just dying, dude. Like I said, razor blades, and I can't get off the shitter. And I don't care if I'm working or whatever. It just makes my life miserable. And it's not the fun kind of like runs where it's like, hey, I kind of like spending time in the toilet. I get some alone time, some quiet time, and I'll just, get caught up on what's good on the old phone. No, no, no. It takes 100% concentration. It's that kind of shit. It's like phone goes down, hands go to the wall. I'm bracing myself and I'm just praying for death because I am shitting fire and knives.
Yeah.
And you're doing so much damage to your inner rectum. It's just like that fire is getting in the fucking abrasions in your ass wall. It just doesn't feel good at all, man. And it even smells like the red pepper, dude. So you might think, why would I want to eat that again? Because
That
it's
never
so damn
happens to me, by the way.
so damn good. I don't know what it is because it's not bad going in. It has nothing to do with like what hurts my tongue because it's the perfect sweet spice. It's not strong, but just going through me, man. It's
Yeah,
just gnarly.
for me, it would be, first beer and pretzels. So I'm a huge pretzel guy. I like crunchy pretzels. I like,
I like pretzels
stick
too.
pretzels. I love the fluffy pretzels.
Stick those stick pretzels up your ass, maybe.
Yeah, I love the fluffy pretzels where you put salt on them and everything like that, and you heat them
Uh-huh.
up,
Like
and you
Auntie Annie's,
dip them in, like, a little
the
thing of
cheese sauce.
cheddar. Yeah, cheese sauce. That's probably my favorite, man. I love pretzels, or dip them in honey mu or mustard or something like that, depending on what my flavor of the night is.
Hey, Ishmael, you might be very close to the truth. Aaron likes to be naked, eat his popcorn. Fun fact, TMI, you decide. I'm pretty much naked all the time. I mean, obviously, I put on clothes for all you guys. I am not wearing clothes. I'm walking around this house. Thank God, my mom lives with us, but she has the bottom floor of the house. So I still have the top floor and I can just still walk around and at least be the king of my upstairs castle. Ball Johnson dance, balls going one way, Johnson going the other way, ba boom, ba boom, all that good stuff. And in the bed, oh, forget about it. You're lucky if I'm wearing pajama shorts or something like that. I am just naked. Do we have to wash the sheets pretty much every day? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Hell yeah. I
Hmm.
can't not do it, man. Now I have a dog in the bed, so I don't want him getting any weird
Oof.
ideas. So I have to like tuck myself in like a burrito because he likes to
Yeah.
snuggle up with me. It's like I don't want my fucking dog to fucking bite my wiener in the middle of the night or something. I
Put
don't
his
know.
wet nose somewhere where it shouldn't belong.
Yeah. Wouldn't like that. But yeah, good question, man. I appreciate that. What is this? Oh, there you go. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot is my favorite Eastwood film. Yeah, that's a classic, man.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I would like to do some Eastwood, man. You never
I was
Eastwood.
going through a huge Eastwood kick about 10 years ago, man, and I was trying to hit through all his catalog. A lot of that stuff is on Kino, like for like when they run the Kino sales,
Yeah,
which
but you know
dirt
what?
cheap.
It's not all good, to be fair.
It's not all
He's
good,
he's
but
got
if you
some
want to,
stinkers.
just like Bronson, I mean, he has stinkers too. So
You know, um, he's got some ones that are pretty much forgotten about, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot about this." No one talks about it. But even some of the ones you do see floating around, like Pink Cadillac's not good.
no, yeah, I'm not a big fan of
He's
that.
got some ones that are whatever, but the guy has so much. His batting average is fine. He just had so many films. So, anyway, good preliminary chat. Let's go ahead and quiz myself. Can we do name that Kino?
Okay, so this week we're not doing Name That Kino. We're doing a new game.
All right.
Okay, so the name of this game is Name That 80s Kill. So you're gonna have to name the movie by looking at a still shot of the 80s kill.
All right. Well,
And
now
these aren't like super hard or anything. There's
they
some easy
can't be. You have
there's
to
some easy
gauge it.
ones mixed up in here, and I have
Kind of. You have to sort of
they're
curve
not
it,
obscure. They're not
just
obscure
like I
movies.
did with yours, where it was strictly Nightmare on Elm
Yeah,
Street. You at least had that much. All
yeah.
right. All right. So let's do this. One of these days, I gotta finally introduce my segment, cut or uncut, where Todd has to guess who's circumcised or not. Which Hollywood hunk?
God.
You see not Arlie Ermy, Army Hammer, Arlie Ermy, dude, that's funny. You see Army Hammer's making like the publicity rounds where he's like his first interview since being canceled by Hollywood after all that weird sex stuff.
No, uh-uh.
Really interesting. I watched him on Bill Maher's podcast. I can't believe I said Arlie Ermy. Arlie Ermy said he wanted to eat women. No, I'm
Well,
kidding.
he's been dead forever, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Earlier.
he's been dead. That'd be weird if he showed up. Better late than never.
All
All
right,
right,
pick
so
your first one. So I'm
oh,
gonna
we got
pick
a
a number. I have 10 different ones. They're all assigned differently. Okay, so you're gonna start with number one. Perfect. So let me stop sharing this and I'll get it ready.
okay.
Okay,
Guys, you guys
Aaron.
are experiencing this for the first time with me. I don't know what Todd's
Brand
here
new
for.
game. You get one guess, by the way.
Oh, where have I heard that before? My brand new game. That's fine. I wouldn't want any other way. So you have to gauge it accordingly.
Okay,
So
so you have to
hopefully these aren't like,
name this movie based off the kill, okay?
okay, I understand.
So name
I'm
that
hoping they're
kill.
not too obscure, but
All right.
Children of the Corn.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, you got one. So far.
Amanda,
All
we
right.
have your woman. Okay.
1-0 here. Okay. Now let's go back to the Wheel of Destiny.
I beat you. I beat you, Will. Sorry, man. They don't last forever. Streaks got to come to an end. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. I had the chat open. I didn't see it though, but I still.
Oh, that's I knew you would know that one. So why is one still on there?
Because you didn't remove it. You have to actually manually take it off once you get
Okay,
it.
that's all right. Well, you
So
got
take
three
one
now.
off for 3.
Okay,
So
yay.
does this mean there's 10? There's 10 slides.
There's 10 slides. Yes.
Okay, so you removed 1 and 3. Okay, cool. So hit me.
Okay. So number 3. Name that kill.
Really quick, what's my passing grade on this? Because you got like
Uh,
I did like 15 or something for
I'll
you, and
give
you
I'll
got
give
like,
you a 6. 6
so I
out of
got to
10.
get 6 out of 10. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
great. That's cool. School. Okay, so that's a D. Got it.
Because I mean these are 80s, 80s slashers or 80
Okay,
movies. So
that's fine. That's school grade. That's 60. That's a
okay.
passing.
There we go. Name that kill.
Is that guy got a pants around his ankles? Is that Mutilator?
Is that your guess?
I mean, it's not ring. Wait, you know what?
Anybody in the chat?
Is this, I don't remember.
This is a movie we're talking about recently.
Yeah, Maniac. I don't remember him wearing a mask at all in that, but he's got the gut like Spinell. We were talking about it recently.
Yeah.
You know what? So what were we talking about recently? So we were talking about, when we were talking about slashers, we did our commentary for, why can't I spit it out? The Valentine's movie. What? Oh,
Yeah.
my brain freezing. What's that? What is it
My
called?
Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine. God,
Yeah.
man. See, I'm in the hot seat. And so that must have been what you're talking about when we were talking about slashers. And we were talking
Yep.
about how I don't like a lot of them.
We're talking about shitty slashers you didn't like.
Oh, no. Driller Killer. I'm trying to remember.
No gamer guy. Nope.
I'm trying to remember what it is that I brought up. I remember I brought in The Burning, because I brought up The Burning. I know I brought up The Burning, but I don't think it's not The Burning.
Is that your guess?
Yeah,
It's not The Burning.
It's not. I can't remember what movies I was mentioning. Mutilator.
This one is Prom Night.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Yeah,
and nobody got it. Yeah.
Prom Night sucks. It's very forgettable. All right. I got one.
Yeah. Okay, so one was gone. Whoops. Okay, one's gone. Let me present again. Share.
Oh, what we got? What we got here? Where are the children?
Number 2. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I have a question. What's the point of the wheel if I'm going to do all 15 anyway? All 10 anyway.
It just makes it more interactive. Come on.
Is it really? I mean, like, I don't. The wheel usually has the identifier on it, and none of us know what it is. And if I'm going to go through all 10 of them anyway, the wheel is just for you to say. But you could easily just pick whatever. All right, whatever. This is going to make for a riveting video. But
it makes it more fun.
I don't know. Do you guys agree or not? I think it's up to the viewer.
I did. I just threw that on in the last second.
All it means is, like, we keep cutting away to go back to this wheel and share that. All right.
This is another movie we talked about recently on that same episode.
Gosh.
Any guesses in the chat?
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
No gamer guy. No, it's Slumber Party Massacre.
Fucking shit, man. All these movies are the same. All
right. I won't go through the wheel. You want me to cancel the wheel?
Yeah, the wheel's dumb. Well, the wheel has to serve a purpose. The wheel doesn't serve a purpose.
I don't know.
Well, it's just for you.
More interactive.
But it's just for you.
I know.
It'd be different if we could see the titles, which is self-defeating because I can't see them. Then it's like, okay, big money, no whammies, no. But it's like, yeah, go 2. Go.
All right, we'll do it the boring way. Okay, number 4. Here's number 4.
Jeez Louise, guys. All right.
I'm trying to draw this out a little bit. All right.
Oh, I don't want to draw this out.
All right. Here's number 4.
Aren't you guys glad I'm here to monitor and quality control this bitch? I'm just kidding.
Name that kill.
Oh, that's The Burning.
You got it.
All right.
2 and 2. 2 for 2.
4. Oh, 2 for 2. Is that how you say it?
2 for
4.
Yeah.
That was our 4th one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 for 4.
All right. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
Too late, gamer guy. You're a little behind there.
Man, I'm smoking them this week. All right.
Yep,
All
you're
right.
doing good.
Loser takes the walk.
Yes. All right, here's number 5. Name that kill.
Oh. I mean, this is really tough. It's not not Intruder. I mean, I
Anybody in
don't
the chat?
Blood Rage. I don't know. I don't
No
know.
gamer guy. It's no, and it's not Blood Rage. This would be Chud.
Oh, okay. Fun fact: I have never been able to make it through Chud all the way. I have
Oh,
tried.
I didn't know that. I'm
Well,
sorry.
it's fine. I've tried to watch that movie 4 damn times. I can never make it. I always fucking fall asleep because it sucks, dude. I've never actually
It's
finished it.
pretty slow, man.
I hate it, dude. It's a bad movie. I'd like to do a whole episode on how much Chud sucks.
Okay.
The fact that it begat some soon to be famous Home Alone stars kills me. You know,
2 for oh yeah. Marv's in it.
Daniel Stern
Daniel Stern.
John Hurd, right?
John Hurd, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Number 5. Name that kill. This one you'll get. Surprised you didn't know this already.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a sleepaway camp, maybe, but which it's
Nope.
not. Shaking her head. Well, I didn't say a title. I said I'm pretty sure it's a sleepaway camp. I didn't confirm. You gave it to me. You said no. Okay, I didn't say anything. I didn't say final answer.
Blaine got it. Good job, Blaine.
So it's a Friday the 13th movie.
No, I never said it was.
I don't fucking know. Part Friday. I don't recognize this fat fuck as far as a Friday the 13th movie.
You don't recognize the hat?
Oh, it's Night of the Demons movie?
No.
I don't fucking know. No, I don't.
This would be Creepshow 2.
Oh yeah, the Indian. Damn it.
Yep.
Yeah. I almost watched that the 2 nights ago, actually. And had I watched it and it had been that fresh in mind, I would have been like, oh yeah. Shit. I almost had. So what am I, 2 for 6 now?
Yes.
I should have watched the damn movie. Man, when you've watched so many damn movies, though, they start blending together with some of these fucking kills, man. It's tough.
Well, you'll get this one.
We'll see. I should have got the last one.
Name that kill.
Shit, I do know this.
Anybody in the chat?
But why can't I? I don't know why I can't. I know this image. I mean, it looks fucking weird. Hellraiser something or other.
Possibly. Gamer guy got it. Good job,
3.
gamer guy.
Hellraiser 3.
Good job, gamer guy. No, it's not. It's Hellraiser 2.
God dang it, dude. The fucking worst one. The one I fucking hate. And
I like Hellraiser 2.
All right.
So 2 for 7. Good one, gamer guy.
Fuck off, everybody. Okay, let's do this. It's gonna be easy. I should have thought more closely on it, because if I would have really thought about it, I could have easily canceled out that it wasn't Hellraiser 1 or 3.
Just slow down a little bit.
I could have easily processed of elimination that it wasn't 3, 1, or 4. And Todd, I'm really trusting him not to give me any Hellraiser movies after part 4. So I should have, by process of elimination, made an educated guess that it was 2.
So this is a really cool scene where he gets his head twisted around.
What is this? What is that guy?
Look what he's wearing. Get your killer here. This guy is in some sort of coat with a bird on it. And then he
Halloween
grabs his
20
head and he twists it around.
H40.
No, is that your final answer?
Yeah, sure. I'm not even gonna hurt my head on this.
This would be Hell Night.
Hell Night. Okay, never seen it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, sorry.
It's funny how the
Linda Blair movie from the 80s. This one you have seen.
the
I know.
rules of Letterbox have gone out the window for this segment. I see. So you got to scrub that one. 2 out of 9.
2 out of 9. Okay,
you got to
I'll give
scrub
you
that one.
Okay, that's fine.
So that raises. I mean, I still can't win. What's this one? Is this the last one?
No, you got one more after this one. This one you should get.
Sleepaway Camp. 2.
You got it.
Okay.
Yep. Remember she lights her on fire on the grill?
Yeah, I had to
boyfriend's
think.
already charred. No Gamer Guys 2.
2 or 3. I had to sit there and think. That was a fucking guess. I'm like, it's 2 or 3. I don't fucking know.
You got it. So here's your last one.
So
what's that?
This will be. I can't win, but 4 out of 9. What is that, like 45%? I don't know. Whatever. Let's just do it.
Last one. Name that kill.
This is a fun game. Name that kill. I feel like we could do this a lot too. You could probably extract a lot out of Name That Kill.
Yeah.
This is a new segment, guys. I approve of it.
So the guy is getting something stabbed through his head.
Yeah, and he's got his mouth covered.
Looks like a black glove. We talked about this movie before.
I feel like I'm gonna get it eventually. Mutilator.
Gamer Guy got it.
What is it?
You give up?
I said Mutilator. That's
the Prowler. You said.
Oh, the Prowler. That's actually what I meant. Fuck. When I said Mutilator, I was thinking the Prowler. That literally looks like the Prowler. Damn it. That was my
Blaine. Good job, Gamer Guy.
Guys, but you have to believe me when I was thinking the Prowler when I said Mutilator. Fuck. Damn it. All right, that was fun. I appreciate that segment. I think we should keep that in the rotation. That was fun.
I'll get rid of the wheel though. I'm sorry.
The wheel made no fucking sense.
The wheel was interactive and it was fun.
It wasn't for you. It was interactive for you, but it's like it doesn't make any sense because we didn't have access to the materials to know what the numbers corresponded with. You see,
that's what makes it fun for me, so I don't have to go through 1 through 10.
Anyway, no, that's a fun one, and I think the ones that I did, like with the Freddy, that's got to be really more rare because we can only burn through so many franchises to do that. Yeah. But that's a fun one. I appreciate that. I'll have to tackle that myself. What'd you guys think of that? Fun? Yeah, pretty good. Being in the hot seats, interesting. So next time I'm gonna have to get him back. Ooh, did you see that? Do you feel like gas of air? I like choked on my breath, dude. Like it was weird. All right, guys. Enough about me and my health. Let's do our top 10 best films of 1991. What say you all? Let me go ahead and pull up my handy dandy notepad. All right. Here we go. Excellent. Let me maximize this. Is that actually making it bigger or no? Or is it just making the window bigger?
It's making the window bigger.
It's not making the pad bigger? Okay. Well, that's dumb. All right. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and kick it off here. So last time I started with Todd. I think I am also going to start with Todd. No, you know what? I'm going to start with me this time. Why not? Let's shake it up. So my number 10 is going to look a little familiar because it actually made my list of top worst. But that is Evil Toons.
Oh,
so
okay.
as I mentioned on the top 10 worst, this movie is not good. But there's just something about it where I own it in my collection. I like that I own it in my collection. I saw this when I was pretty young and impressionable. And, I saw it just the right age. I had to have been 10, 9. And so, you come across a movie like this on Skinamax and, maybe you have the squiggle vision. I don't know if I did or not. And, you see the big jugs, man. You just it's got boobies, it's got cartoon werewolves of blood, it's got a death by asphyxiation, David Carradine in it. There's just something about it that's nostalgic. So it kind of has to make this list. And when you kind of go through one year, you think about the 90s or a particular decade in a whole, you're like, oh man, how can I decide? There's just so many movies. When you actually look up a year, you're blown away at how little there is. That it's actually hard to make these lists because there's not as much as you think. And you're thinking like, oh, this movie, but that came out in 1990, or this movie's a year later. But yeah, I have to make Evil Tunes. It has to kind of, just kind of skirt by in the list.
It's a good
Right. And
pick.
it's got the greatest quote in all of movie history. Fight me on that, Casablanca. Nice tits.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
good.
awesome. It's
I like that.
fantastic. I used to love when the really hot babe with the brunette at the end, she gets possessed and she's with her boyfriend. She's got like the blood, the one
Yeah.
that the demon possesses. Dude, I mean, is it even if she was possessed by the male dog demon, I still kind of would.
Well, I think they were all weren't they all like, Playboy Playmates or
They were all
Penthouse?
softcore, like a
Yeah,
Hustler,
Penthouse,
not
yeah.
Playboy. I think they're more like Club and Penthouse, like the sleazy stuff, dude. Like,
Swank or all that,
like
yeah.
Monique Gabrielle and stuff like that. They did a lot of sleaze flicks and stuff like that, softcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know that at the time, and
I
now
either.
it's like,
It
yeah, it
makes
makes
sense.
total sense.
Yeah.
Dick Miller totally took a paycheck there. It also you don't realize it too, but now when you get a little older and you kind of understand how production works a little bit, you realize Dick Miller's at the very beginning and he's at the very end. AKA Dick Miller did one afternoon of work for
Yeah.
like a keg of beer and scale.
Yeah.
It's so funny, but yeah. All right, so yeah, I'm interested to know what everybody would think about Evil Tunes. I'm hoping in the chat let us know, and yeah, and of course the comments too. And if you've never seen Evil Tunes, I don't know where you can watch it. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but I'd say it's definitely the kind of flick you would find on YouTube. But it's just got too much nudity, man. I don't
Yeah,
know if it would
we can't
fly
do
on,
yeah.
because it is. It's part skin flick, part Evil Dead ripoff, part Who Framed Roger Rabbit knockoff too. So it's definitely interesting. But all right, Todd, what's your number 10?
Number 10 is one I watched when I was young. I caught it on cable, and then I didn't really remember. Well, I remembered parts, but then I watched it when I was older, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I went back to it. I did like it as a kid. I liked it just as much when I was an adult. And this is from the director of one of the greatest Pauly Shore movies ever, In the Army Now. This director also made my number 10, which is Toy Soldiers, starring
Okay.
Sean Astin. So
Okay.
basically, Toy Soldiers is a group of troubled boys in a boarding school, and terrorists take over the boarding school, and they pretty much have to save the school from the terrorists. So it's a
Never
good
actually
movie,
seen that
man.
one.
It's
Never actually
cool.
seen it.
And if
And I
you're,
keep
I'm a Sean Astin fan, and Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. I always get it confused with Small Soldiers. So when you were talking about Small Soldiers, I'm like that fucking Tommy Lee Jones movie with the animated army men things. I don't know.
No, that's Toy Soldiers.
Yeah, I'll have to watch Toy Soldiers. I mean, I hear about it, and there's a couple of little movies like that. I've never even seen. I've never seen War Games either. I know they're not
Oh, really?
related, but there's
Yeah.
always like I've never seen Real Genius.
Oh, I love Real Genius. One of my
There's always
favorites.
like 80s movies and early 90s movies I have avoided like the plague, and I don't know why, but yeah. Okay, Toy Soldiers. Let me see my next one up here. Ooh. I don't think Todd is a fan of this one. So I'm not even going to be able to type it all the way. So I'm going to abbreviate it. People Under the Stairs. I dig this flick. Todd has never liked it to my knowledge,
No,
but
not really. Uh-uh.
I saw this movie in the 90s as a kid. I saw it when I was watching the actor who played Jesse in Mighty Ducks. I was watching him at the same time. It's like, oh, it's that kid from Mighty Ducks. He's eating good right now. He's getting all these roles. And I didn't even really acknowledge that it was PG-13 at the time. I didn't really because I saw it on TV or whatever, but it's actually a PG-13 horror movie. And I think it's great. I think it's a really solid. I think it's I'm a sucker for these really contained, kind of short. I love these things that could be Tales from the Crypt films.
Yeah.
Because this is totally a film that could be Tales from the Crypt. right? And they just kind of extract it. It's a campfire tale, boy trapped in the house, and I think it's pretty scary as a kid, man, because I used to walk past the old abandoned houses in the neighborhood and stuff like that. The one that your friends would dare you to go in and get something to prove you went in there. Are you chicken? And this is like what if I went into one of those houses and I thought, what if there's like some weird gimp guy, and he's gonna capture me, and there's like a guy with no tongue living in the walls. And I love these character actors too. I think they're all great. I think the guy who plays the father, the dad of the house, I don't remember the names. He's so good. He's your
He's the
boy
best
from
part. He's the
he's your
best
boy
part.
from Under Siege 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, great
He's the
character
best
actor.
part. Yeah.
I don't know why you're so hard on it.
I don't know. I just never really got into it. I haven't seen it in 20 years now. Maybe I should go back and watch it. I do have the Scream Factory version, so probably should.
Yeah, I've got it on Blue. I think by the way, October, I'm glad October they're unleashing quite a few of the holdouts on the 4Ks that I've been waiting for them to double dip on. So like for example, I think is People Under the Stairs coming out or is that already out? I think
That's already out.
Drag Me to Hell's getting the 4K. I still haven't even opened my Blu-ray of that. So maybe I'll just hold on to it and flip
Yeah.
it or something. People Under the Stairs is peak good taste. Blaine, amazing film, he says. Amazing film. So Todd's missing out a little bit on that, but all right. So Todd, what by the way, not one of the worst Wes Craven films. It's not Shocker.
No, and
Shocker sucks.
it's mid-tier. I mean, I
Swamp
think.
Thing sucks.
Yeah, Swamp Thing's
Swamp
not
Thing is
great.
bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I will take I'll take People on the Stairs all day long. Sorry, what's your number 9?
Number 9 actually made my list here 2 weeks ago when I finally watched it, and it is Brian Bosworth's great Stone Cold.
Hell yeah. You just watched this.
Yes, 2 weeks
Just
ago.
watch. Yeah, it's a great
For the
great
first
flick.
time. It is so much fun, man. I highly recommend watching it. Didn't know
Over
if
the
you've seen
top.
it.
Yeah,
Lance
over the top.
Henriksen's awesome. William Forsythe's awesome. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Brian
Yeah.
Bosworth is great in it too, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot to his name in that whole field, but what he does have, it stands out. I mean, it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's pretty easily obtained. You can watch that a lot. I think it's probably like on Freevee and all those things.
He could have been so much more. I mean, I think
It's pretty attainable. That's good. I dig it too. Whoa, that's interesting. Blaine is saying People on the Stairs is Craven's best.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. I like it too, man. I'm starting to like you more, Blaine. Even
I would
more.
say Last House on the Left is Craven's best, but that's just my opinion.
I disagree, but that's down to taste for those types of flicks. But they're doing Jordan Peele is producing a People Under the Stairs remake.
He's gonna ruin another movie.
Well, it's a movie you don't like. So how's he gonna ruin it?
Still.
I liked his last one, The Nope. Really cool. Did you ever watch that?
Nope. No, I started to watch it and then I fell asleep. But what I did see was pretty good.
It's good, dude. And you give it a little time. And the sound design is fucking intense in that movie. Everything about it. It's well done. I guess my only little gripe is there's like a lot of night for day shots in it that are pretty obvious. You know what I mean? Like they had to like do the old trick. Like you see like sun shadows and like, all right, whatever. But it's really good. I dug it. Okay, so my number 8, I'd be shocked if this wasn't on Todd's list. And Problem Child 2. I'm gonna put P Child 2. I love Problem Child 2. I think
Great movie. I love it.
I mean, I think it's just as good. You can make an argument that it's better than the first one.
I think I almost like it better than the first one.
I'm kind of in that same boat too. It's one of those sequels where it does everything the first one does, but even better. And the gags it's kind of like, I don't know what I was going to compare it to. I almost compared it to something that probably everybody would hate, but the gags are just better. The gags are zanier. I love Murph. I like the school setting. We all love the crazy dance scene. I like the sort of competition he's got going on with his sister to be, and he found like his equal. All their like back and forth is so funny. I love Principal Strickland in that movie, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I love the cherry bomb in the toilet and everyone, all that stuff it's really, really, really funny. I think pretty much all the gags in the second one are just even better than the ones that are in the first one. Everything's up the ante. I love you. I love Big Ben too. He's so
Big
great.
Ben's great.
But yeah, Blaine, Nope's excellent. So, all right. So if you guys haven't seen Problem Child 2, I don't know, man. You've been living under a rock.
Must
So,
watch.
yeah, is that on Blu-ray?
Yes.
Is it easy to find? I have.
I think it sticks around like the $20 mark, so I follow it on eBay till it hopefully comes down a little bit.
All right. What's your number 8?
My number 8 is one that I grew up watching, I grew up loving. I used to be like in the 90s. All I did was play Sega Genesis and listen to hip hop. And John Singleton is one of the best directors. And this is Boys in the Hood.
Yep.
I mean, he's put out so many good movies, and R.I.P. Sucks that he died so young. So,
well, yeah, I love Boys in the Hood. Has he done a lot of great movies though? You act like he's done a lot of great movies.
Yeah, dude, he did Four Brothers. He did Higher Learning. Higher Learning, man, I love Higher Learning.
Four Brothers is okay. I don't think it's memorable.
Poetic Justice.
Oh, with what's his face? Tupac
and
Janet.
Janet, yeah.
I've never seen Poetic Justice.
That was great.
Higher Learning is okay.
I love Higher Learning, man.
I really think I didn't take you for a Marky Mark fan.
I don't mind Marky Mark.
Yeah, well, I don't know. So
he directed the Dangerous.
I think he's the Dangerous music video.
Short film.
I think he's got some okay movies and one bona fide classic, and that's this one. But anyway, not going to speak ill of the dead. He gets my respect. I love Boys in the Hood.
When it comes to urban cinema, he's pretty up there, man.
It's tops. And when you want to compare stuff like Boys in the Hood to Menace to Society, which they're basically the same movie, they're the same damn movie, right? Same premise. You got the two friends. One's on the straight and narrow. One's kind of like going on the wrong side of the tracks. Very similar movies. Maybe you can make the argument that Menace to Society is a little bit rougher, maybe in some of the gang violence. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've seen Boys in the Hood way more. But I like Menace to Society as well. But yeah, I think Boys in the Hood it gets the nudge.
Lawrence Fishburne in anything. I mean, he's great. So
yeah, I'm eating after you eat. But come on, man, Cuba sucks. He better be glad that he made that movie.
This is his best movie.
Yeah, this is his best. Well, I like Jerry Maguire as well.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like Cuba.
I'm not
even like Jerry Maguire. I really like Jerry Maguire, but I don't really like Cuba. I feel like Cuba could have been played by a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And I'll even say if somebody else could have taken his role in Boys in the Hood. There's just something about him.
I liked him in Boys in the Hood. He had the look for that role in Boys in the Hood, I think.
Do you drive stick? I can if you teach me. All right. So Boys in the Hood. So my next one, Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs is fantastic. Is it overplayed? Yeah, I think this would make the top of anybody's list of the year because it was such a huge flick. Obviously, it was massive for Anthony Hopkins in his career. It was massive for Jodie Foster. Oscars were won. All that good stuff. Hannibal Lecter was. I know we've had people like Jigsaw come out afterwards, and we had Ghostface. He came out afterwards, but and now we've got Art the Clown, but. If you take them away, the guy who came before them is like Hannibal Lecter. How many icons have we had in the last 30 years come out in horror? Really? Yeah. It's like you had Hannibal Lecter, even though Hannibal Lecter, I know Manhunter and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. But this is what solidified him as a horror icon. You go to haunted houses, you know how many haunted houses I've seen, and they've got like Hannibal Lecter scaring you, and he's got the mask and everything. He's become like a Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you had Hannibal Lecter. Then after that, you had Ghostface. Then you probably had Jigsaw. That was probably, and then now Art the Clown, right?
Yeah, Art the Clown.
That was probably the biggest gap from Jigsaw to Art the Clown. So props to Hannibal Lecter and props to Buffalo Bill.
No, this is a good pick. This would be on my honorable mentions, but there's so many good things that came out in '91. I couldn't. Like, this is the stuff I grew up. I mean, I watched Silence of the Lambs maybe once when I was younger. I mean, now I like it a lot more, but
Yeah. Did you not pre-order that? Do you what who oh, gosh, who put it out? The Arrow?
I have the Kino one, I think.
Oh, they have that Arrow one coming out. I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered that.
No,
Pretty
I have
sure I
a
did.
I have a Kino one from a while back.
Yeah. All right. So what is your number 7?
My number 7 is one of my favorite sports movies ever made.
Oh,
And
Necessary Roughness.
one of my favorite actors ever is
Necessary Roughness.
Necessary Roughness.
Sorry
Yeah.
to steal your thunder. It's not that good, but okay.
I love
Uh,
it, man.
I
Necessary
tr-
Roughness is so much fun, man.
I'm just gonna do Ness Rough. I would love to love it because I love Scott Bakula, but I tried watching it once and I'm like, this is just so forgettable. I don't remember anything about it.
I had it on VHS. You had Sinbad in it. You had Larry Miller, who looks exactly like my dad.
Maybe I should go. I want to go back and rewatch it because, like I said, it's got these people I love. I love Sinbad. I love the back, right? So I'll
Jason
try.
Bateman in it. Come on.
I'll try and watch it again. But anybody, Jonathan Demme rules. Hell yeah.
Andre doesn't eat meat because Andre is a vegetarian.
All right. Anybody out there watching Necessary Roughness? Todd also likes Major League Back to the Minors just because of Scott Bakula.
Yeah,
Did you go see that in theaters?
I probably did. I think so.
All right. My number 6. How could I have a list of movies that are amazing in 1991 and not have Showdown in Little Tokyo?
Yeah, it's on
I
my
might just
honorable mention. Yeah.
I'm gonna put Show Toke. I gotta get this figured out with the font. Show Toki. Show Toki. So this is in your honorable mentions? Oh, crazy.
These are
I
my
love
favorite of when I was younger to now. So, yeah.
I watched an interview with Ernie Hudson, right? Recently, he was making all those rounds for press and the junkets for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which I still haven't watched, by the way. Maybe when it streams. And he was talking about, he was being asked about the Crow remake, right? With Bill Skarsgård.
Mhm.
And, he was giving his opinion on it, saying, to him, Brandon Lee is always going to be the Crow because he was in the Crow, obviously. And he's like, Brandon was really good. This guy, I'm not just saying this because he's passed. He's like, I knew this guy was going to be a big deal. He was about to explode. And I remember when I was talking to him, he was saying, oh man, I just had to do this film. And he was referring to Showdown Little Tokyo. He's like, what with Dolph Lundgren. And he said, I had to like compliment his dick size. It's what he said. And it was so funny to me watch a brand new interview with Ernie Hudson reference the thing that I've always, since I was a kid, I thought was just the most awkward line in the world. And I'm like, who wrote this? If it's not Dolph, like if anybody, I don't know, somebody lost a bet or something because, in the midst of gunfire, he says, you have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man. Thanks.
It's
So
so out of nowhere. Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Weird. And of course, it's got the famous I can hear you coming with Tia Carrere, total babe in that movie. Yeah. Getting saved by the whitewashed Japanese guy. It's so funny. Everybody knows the guys that make the best karate movies are like 7-foot tall Swedish guys.
Yep.
And Carrie DeGala, man, great cast. It's got Tatsu in it too, from the TMNT movie. And I love it because you get Tatsu from the TMNT movie without the vocal overdub that he has in TMNT, because that's not him in TMNT. Like, yes, master, never lower your eyes to an enemy. In Showdown, you get to hear what he really sounds like. Like, want to see you. He sounds terrible. Like he can't speak any English. But anyway, I love it. Showdown Little Tokyo. Whoa, Blaine, you have never seen Showdown Little Tokyo?
You need to watch it, Blaine.
Are you out of your mind? You got to watch it. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite action movies. At the very least, it's one of my favorite sort of B tier. It might be my favorite B tier action movie for sure. All right, so Todd, what is your number 6?
Speaking of one you need to watch, if you haven't seen this one is
Sorry, Evil Toon's still getting some love. Go ahead.
screw Evil Tunes compared to this movie. This movie has an A+ cast, man. You have 6 or 7 cast members in here that are top tier.
Okay.
This is a movie where you watched it as a kid, you wanted to go into this profession,
Okay.
and it also creeped
Boogie
you out a little
Nights.
bit. And this one that always came on HBO all the time. It recorded off HBO. I kept watching it, and that is Backdraft, starring Kurt Russell, William Baldwin, Robert De Niro, Donald Sutherland, Jennifer Jason Lee. Scott Glenn used to creep me out when I was a kid because the scars on his face and stuff.
Mhm.
And then you have JT Walsh, who's awesome and everything. So
Great character actor.
yeah. So
Speaking of JT Walsh, man, we got that you see there's the breakdown coming to 4K, but it's
yes, which I
part of
need.
that stupid set. It's
Oh,
like
that'll release. Those will,
eventually it'll
yeah,
get its
yeah.
own a la carte, and like, yeah, so I can't wait for that. But I just feel like breakdown should go to a boutique. I kind of hate that it's going to be a studio thing, but
Yeah.
anyway, I digress.
Have you seen
With
Backdraft, Aaron?
yeah, I saw it when I was younger, but I'm not I didn't like it when I saw it. But I am open. I love Kurt Russell. I love the cast,
Oh
like you
God,
said.
bored you? That's crazy, Blaine.
So as a kid, it just didn't do anything for me. So I need to go back and try and watch it.
Donald
Yeah,
Sutherland's crazy in that movie. Like he plays like a crazy guy.
Blaine says it bored him. I don't know. Blaine's kind of like speaking
Donald
the
Sutherland is
gospel today.
talking to his shadow in that movie. He's Shadow. Is that you, Shadow?
Shadow from Homeward Bound.
No, he's talking to his shadow. It's crazy.
Okay. All right. So I'll watch it. I'll watch that soon, actually, because I feel like I need to go back to it. Billy Baldwin, right? Did you say Stephen Baldwin?
William
Billy
Baldwin. Yeah.
Billy Baldwin. The best Baldwin, obviously. All right, number 5. You know what? A bit of revisionist history on this film before I announce it. I feel like everybody of my age loved this movie growing up. And then now, when you look up this film in the greater picture of like this filmmaker's collective works, it gets shit on as one of his worst films, if not his worst film. And, you know, if I haven't watched it in a while, I read stuff like that. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? What? And I watched it recently and I'm like, okay, I guess I could see what they're saying. For me, I got rose tinted goggles. I love it. It's super nostalgic. It's a super fun movie, but I guess I understand what people are saying compared to Jurassic Parks and compared to E.T. and compared to Jaws. Hook does have a bit of a cheapness to it. But aside from that, the set design is still really cool.
It's a fun movie.
It sucks you in. It feels like you're in Neverland. What a great cast. All the kids are fantastic. Everything about the movie's fantastic. I'm just trying to like from they're just coming at it from like a technical standpoint that maybe it's a pretty lowbrow and simple film for Steven Spielberg to do. Maybe that's what they're going for, but look it up. People just shit all over this movie now, critics, and I don't quite understand it. So,
I agree with you, man. I like this movie a lot. It's a lot of fun. I loved it when I was a kid. I still watch it. You know, my kids will like it. They haven't watched it yet, but
you are the pan.
yeah. Rufio.
I wish I had a dad like you. I love
You can fly, you can fight, but can you?
Okay, we're done quoting that damn movie. I remember my mother. Yeah, he lost again. That fat ass.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Peter, is that you in there, Peter?
There you are, Peter. God, it's so funny.
It's so quotable, man.
I love Bangarang.
Yeah.
I say that when I'm with the lady. Bangarang. I'm just kidding. What does Bangarang mean, dude?
Sounds like a bedroom movie, dude. Bangarang.
It's like is it like a dick that comes back to you twice, like a boom?
Oh,
Gonna fuck you 2 ways, dude.
must be a hook.
It's a dick that gets you in the back.
Member, dude.
What?
A hooked member, dude.
The hooked member. No, Bangarang is
back.
It's a dick that comes back and gets you from behind. It's just I don't know what it means, but whoa. Blaine, I don't know how to comment on. I'm not even gonna, I can't share that on the screen. Hook is a Play-Doh nightmare. That's terrible. Let's see here. Don't forget Cool as Ice, Dr. Giggles. That was on my worst list last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
He's
Gamer
the
Guy was
best.
never big on Hook. Wow, it never clicked. Wow. So, Will, you don't have a soul, man. You don't have the heart of a child. That movie just makes you feel like forever young, man. I love it. The video game was okay. I played that shit on the Sega CD, dude. Hard. You know what game I played on Sega CD too fairly recently too? I played the Three Ninjas Kickback game.
How was it?
Actually good. It was
Really?
surprisingly not bad. It's surprisingly competent. And it was hard as tits. And then every time you lose, it's got the full motion video of Grandpa. You need to
Oh,
get
yeah.
back in there. You rack focus. And it was
Yeah.
all like recorded special for the game. So it was all unique footage of Grandpa.
Maybe we
It
can
was
look at that after this. I'd
no,
love to
no,
just
no,
look
no,
at a clip of it, dude.
no. That's it's game related. We should play it though.
Okay.
Whoa. Hook is awful, Aaron.
Wow.
Yeah. So what is it about it?
I don't know. I love Hook, man.
I have an open mind here. I am just pilled from a young age. When I was a kid, the 3 videotapes that we had in rotation, Batman 89, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Hook. Those were and then Home Alone came a little bit,
Yeah,
and Home
yeah.
Alone. Dude, like we wore those out as a kid. I remember like in 1990, it was just all day. All day.
I
So
want to see us on the dollar theater, Hook.
what is it about Hook that you think people find not enjoyable? I'm genuinely curious.
I don't know. Dustin Hoffman's awesome in it. It's Hook.
So honestly, I prefer Jumanji over Hook. I don't like Jumanji.
I'm not a Jumanji fan either.
I watched Jumanji for the first time last month, and maybe that has a part in it, right?
I'd
Just
rather
like
watch The Rock Jumanji than the.
but just like I have an affinity for Hook because I grew up with it. I didn't grow up with Jumanji, and I finally watched it as an adult. And I'm like, this movie's not great. I just didn't love it. I didn't think it was very good. So I think maybe it's just time, place, circumstance. You know what, Gamer Guy? I won't accept your answer until you define what schmaltzy means because I don't know. Hook is too schmaltzy. What does schmaltzy mean? That could be anything. What do you know what schmaltzy means, Todd?
No idea.
I don't know what schmaltzy means. Let's see. Hook
Sounds
was
like
a
a
huge
shitty
bomb.
mold. Shitty
Yeah,
mold.
Hook was a huge bomb. Maybe that's part of it too. Is people just look at box office and they're like, "Yeah, that
Yeah, who
translates
cares
to how
about
we
that?
like it." Most Robin Williams films bomb.
Waterworld was a bomb, and that's top
Waterworld fucking
tier there.
sucks. I can't
That
wait till
movie's
we get to that
awesome.
year where you talk about Waterworld. Fuck that movie. I can't wait till we do 1994 when we both have like 3 Jim Carrey movies on there. The year of Jim Carrey, the year of our Lord Jim Carrey, 1994. That was his year, man. But let's see. People are responding to this one. I gotta check out these comments. I watched Jumanji and Hook as a kid, but I honestly prefer Jumanji. Fair enough.
Wow.
It's because those dank ass monkeys that look so fucking good, huh? those creepy fucking Uncanny Valley monkeys, dude. I was watching. I'm like, wow, this has not aged. Just yeah, I was being facetious about Cool as Ice, but I'd still watch it again before Hook. Wow.
Man, some Hook hate. Maybe we should do a
Somebody doesn't remember their
Hook
mother.
commentary or something in the future.
I think we gotta do a Hook and Terry. Let's do a Hook commentary
just
next.
piss everybody off.
Let's do a Hook commentary. Let's put it on the short list. It's got to go on the list.
We'll put it on the list just because everybody hates it.
We got to vote. It'll make the vote. All right. So yeah, and that's a great idea, Aaron. Y'all need to do a Robin Williams tier list. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff.
That is a good idea.
He's got a lot of stuff. Yeah, interesting, man. Oh, really quick, Dr. Giggles. I didn't want to overlook it. Obviously, Freddy's Dead is next. I don't know. You probably did watch last week, and you're just kind of joking or whatever. But yeah, Freddy's Dead was my #1 worst film of 1991. I absolutely despise that movie. Hook never grabbed him. Damn, should have got a little closer to him. You're out of reach. Damn. All right, Rufio. What a great soundtrack. John Williams. Dun, 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 dun. It's just so good, man. Okay, sorry. We gotta keep talking about Hook. I can remember standing in line in November with my cousins, freezing, but so excited to see Hook. Great film, great memories.
Thank you, Sean.
It's all about the memories, man. I
Yeah.
just think it does kind of look like a, I don't know, it kind of looks like a giant stage play.
Well,
It
it's like
does
a
kind of,
Christmas movie, you know?
it's got a lot of, it looks like a lot of obvious set pieces, but Neverland is kind of, I don't know, it's fantasy, it's whimsical. It definitely looks a lot different than when they're in on Earth and stuff. Like that looks legit. And I, as a kid, when I used to watch Hook, I knew Hook before I actually knew the story of Peter Pan. But because there's like references and callbacks to the actual story of Peter Pan. And I always found it so weird. I'm like, wait a second, like, was he fucking Wendy? And then Wendy got old and now he wants to fuck his, then he married his daughter. And he's like that. There's that scene where he's like, I want to give her a kiss. No, Peter, no thimble, no kiss.
A
No,
real
I mean
kiss.
a real kiss. And I'm like, is that inappropriate? But I kind of understand that Peter's memories are weird. Like he's innocent, right? It's not personal with Peter. I don't know.
I don't know. I always thought Neverland looked cool. It looked a lot better than Neverland Ranch.
I
when
wanted to
went.
eat the food. I wanted to eat that paint. That fucking like paint, that's like arts class oil paints they're
Oh
eating,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that colorful like whipped cream with like food dye in it. And I love it. It's just like, I love it. Dude, those kids deserve Oscars for how much they were selling eating that invisible food. You had that little like David Allen Greer clone kid where he's like,
I always thought they could have made a Rufio, a sequel, Hook to Rufio or something.
who Rufio died.
Oh yeah.
Dumbass.
Right.
No, I was kidding. If you know what I'm talking about when they're eating that invisible food, they're like, I love it. All right, guys, we got the great Hook debate. Exactly.
Clip that.
I don't time for clipping. Legit, I prefer Flubber over Hook. Oh, you're killing me.
That's
dude.
terrible, man. Flubber. Ugh.
I've told you guys my Flubber story, right? I saw
No,
that.
let's move on.
No. I gotta say the Flubber story real quick. It's really fast. I saw that at a dollar theater with my brother. I just remember it's burned in my brain. My mom dropped us off and we could just pick. We didn't know we were going to see. It was just like, your parents ever do that where they drop you off at the theater and you just
All the time.
because they used to yeah, it's like, okay, what do we want to see? And I guess we're gonna see Flubber because it's a dollar theater. And I remember we couldn't decide, and there was like a whole fleet of Japanese businessmen like coming into the theater, like Seinfeld. Oh, Mr. Jerry, like, oh, Mr. Jerry, but they're like talking in Japanese, like, oh, trying to decide. Oh, Flubber, and they all started going, and I just remember them going, oh, Flubber. And we're like, all right, we're gonna fucking follow the herd, I guess. 2 for Flubber, man. If it's good enough for them.
What'd they think of it?
It's just all right. It's not. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't ask them. They weren't speaking
Give you a
English.
standing ovation after that?
Don't know, man. But they make great cars, so they got great taste, I imagine. So we just followed suit. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move. Let's move on. Everybody's tired of it now. F yeah, baby Alan Greer. I'm sorry, you guys are liking the Hook, so I think we got to do something with Hook.
Man,
you guys are stealing your fate.
A lot of Hook talk.
Look, pick RV over Hook. God,
RV is terrible, dude. RV would be a good commentary.
All right, we got to move on, but we're gonna do some Hook stuff now. You guys are asking for it. So, Todd, what's your number 5? Didn't realize we are gonna spend so much damn time on Hook. Don't tell me it's Hook.
No, it's not Hook, actually. Even though I like Hook, but this one is in my rotation of VHS. I own like 3 VHS back in like 92, and this was in the rotation of my favorite. I love the score of this film. I love the soundtrack. I love a lot of things about this movie. I love Alan Rickman. I love Kevin Costner, and that's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
I've still never seen it.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean,
you've been talking about this. You've been talking about this movie as long as I've known you, and I've just never watched it. I've never watched it.
It just reeks of 1991.
Yeah, I used to have this just thing against Kevin Costner. I just didn't like anything he was in. I mean, like The Bodyguard, all this fucking schlocky shit. I just
Christian
didn't like
Slater,
it.
Morgan Freeman. I
Slater.
don't know if it would hold up if you just watched it.
Who does Christian Slater play in that? Who does he play?
He plays Robin Hood's brother.
What was
Spoiler
Robin Hood?
alert.
Oh no, you just gave me a spoiler. Why don't you just tell me the fucking name, Todd? Why'd you have to give me
Will,
the spoiler?
Will. He played Will.
That's all you needed to say. That's like saying, "Hey, who
This
played
thing
Darth?"
has been out
Like,
since 1991. For
who
Christ's
did
sake,
James Earl Jones voice? Oh, he voiced Luke and Leia's
it's not
father.
that big of a spoiler. They talk about it early.
Come on, God. Well, now I'm never gonna watch it.
Oh,
I was gonna
really?
like do it if it was somebody like Friar Tuck. I was just trying to envision, the wonderful acting spectrum.
You can
What he's
see
like,
it. You can see it a
"You
mile
gotta
away.
get the sheriff of Nottingham.
You can
I
see it
talk
a
like Jack
mile away
Nicholson."
when he doesn't like Robin Hood. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
So yeah, mine would be Robin Hood. Do watch it though because it is a great film
You
and
know
it
what? I've
has.
almost watched it like a handful of times over the past handful of years, and I always say no because I'm like, it's so long.
If you watch it, watch the VHS version because it has the
The
Bryan
credits.
Adams song in the
I
credits.
I think I'm not gonna like watch the VHS version.
I
Why would
have
I
the
watch a shitty inferior
I
version?
have the 4K. I got the Arrow 4K. It's a UK 4K, but
Did it come out in US in that 4K or no?
I think I got it from
I've seen
Diabolic
it.
or something or
I've seen it, but
those.
do they put it out? Is there a region A release for that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The same version, the same like
Yeah.
special
The special edition. I'll have to look.
yeah, interesting.
I love that
Yeah,
movie.
Doctor Giggles. Hold on.
Oh
He
god, I
hates
love
Robin,
that
doesn't
Bryan
he?
Adams song. Come on, don't talk shit about Bryan
I
Adams.
love Bryan Adams, but
So do
even I
I.
have to admit, and I love that song too for certain reasons, but I listen to that song. I love Bryan Adams, but that song goes a little too far for me, honestly. It's just the sappiest. Like I listen to it, I'm like, who the fuck writes lyrics like this? It's just I get it. He writes a lot of songs about love and women, but that's just so contrived. Like
It's
it's so sappy. Like
not
that
for
guy
you.
had to
It's
have been
not for
really
you.
trying to get
It's
laid,
for the
whoever he
ladies,
wrote that
man.
for.
It's not for you. So move
Well,
on.
it's obviously for you. Are you saying you're a lady?
Hey, my lady likes it. I like it.
But you liked it before you're a lady.
Shut up.
She likes it because of you, probably. You act like you were under the influence, but in real life, you know, I don't know. You're one of those guys that looks past Bryan Adams' pockmarks and his scars, and you're like, yeah, I'd hit it. He's sexy on the inside.
Everything I do it for you.
Okay. Fantastic. What do we got here? Plus those sheriff scenes were never funny. Rickman did much better later on though. I'll watch it. One of
Oh,
these days I
Rickman's
gotta
awesome.
watch it. Like I said, I've come around on Costner ever since Yellowstone because I watched Yellowstone. I'm like, dude, what? I haven't sleeping on Costner because like he's good when he's got the material. But
Well, the funny thing is about the movie, isn't he supposed to be like Robin Hood's supposed to be like Scottish or something, but he has like an American accent, Kevin Costner.
I'm sure Christian Slater talks like Christian Slater, like a bootleg Jack
He has a
Nicholson.
little accent, yeah. But
Oh, I bet that's
Morgan
great.
Freeman's always good.
Yeah, I'll watch it eventually. I
Yeah.
promise. All right. So I keep putting away my phone as if my notes are not on it, like I'm an idiot. All right. So my fourth one. One of the films that I have to say was outdone by its sequel, and it's very rare. But this is one of the flicks where I actually love the sequel even more, a lot more. And dude, come on, Costner in a perfect. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Waterworld. He said Costner's great in a perfect world. I was like, dude, don't troll me with your Waterworld praise.
I love World.
Your Waterworld filleting. That's a
Waterworld.
shitty movie. Anyway, sorry. Back onto a much superior movie. Adam's Family. I love these Barry Sonnenfeld Adams Family movies.
They're
Like
good.
I said, I know we're not talking about Adam's Family Values, but Adam's Family Values is just one of those sequels where it is everything this first one is times 10. So I wish I was talking about Values, but this one's great too. It is so funny. Raul Julia is one of the greatest actors of all time in the industry. I think so. I think he was underappreciated. I think he was nominated for an Oscar in Kiss of the Spider Woman in the 80s. But
I don't think I've seen that. Is that good?
I've never seen it, but he was that William Hurt too. I don't know, but anyway, he was underappreciated, man. He did films here and there, but he played the bad guy in what was that? The Rookie. That's a terrible movie. Oh, that's a Clint Eastwood movie that's not very good, and it should be fun because it's a buddy cop movie with Charlie Sheen. Have you seen
Hmm.
that?
What is it?
The Rookie.
No, I haven't seen that.
Clint Eastwood, Charlie Sheen buddy cop movie from the 80s. Obviously Charlie Sheen's the young up and comer,
Hmm.
Eastwood's the pro, and then the bad guy is Raul Julia, but he plays a German guy with like the weirdest fucking German accent I've ever seen in my life. And this guy is Hispanic, I'm pretty sure. Like it's not it's so bizarre, but you don't have to look much further than his portrayal as Gomez to just dude, the guy was just insane. He chewed up scenery and it's you could tell how much fun he was having because that kind of movie allowed for it. It's like, hey, this is like a cartoon come to life. Everybody, the Addams family as characters are just surreal. They're not real life, and you can just sort of be larger than life. And his dynamics with Christopher Lloyd are amazing. With the kids are amazing. I love when he's lost Fester because he loses Fester in both movies. They're both kind of centered around Fester. You've seen both of them, right, Todd?
Yes, yes.
I love in that first one when he's depressed because of Fester, and he's like in his underwear, like he's unemployed. That whole thing. He's watching Sally Jesse Raphael, and he's got.
Is that the one where he gets the girlfriend or the wife, or is that the
That's
Addams
the
Family
second
Values?
one where he gets
Okay.
with Joan Cusack. That
Yeah,
one's
Cusack. Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
I fucking love that movie. It is so funny, dude. He Raul Julia does a monologue in each film, but his monologue in the second film when he goes to the police station and the police chief is played by Nathan Lane, and when he's trying to report Debbie for her being like a fraudster and marrying taking away his
yeah.
brother. That whole scene is insane. I'm not even going to try and recite it, but if I ever had to like do an audition tape, all actors should just fucking take that monologue. He's like, I see justice denied. I love it, dude. It's so insane. All right. Yeah, exactly. Has this planet gone mad? He is insane. I love it. Hold on. The family movies. Here we go. Every line is a joke. The production design is phenomenal. The cast kills it, and the sequel is damn near better than the first. Love them both so much. I think the sequel is better than the
I see.
first.
I have always liked the sequel better myself,
I think
but
they're both so much fun. I love I love when they go to summer camp, dude. I
Mhm.
those Peter McNichol is so great. You got what is it, Chris? Is her name Christy Borinsky? What is her name? The chick from the Grinch movie. I can't, but they are so funny. And you have what's his face? Uh why can't I spit his name out? Bernard from the Santa Claus. They're all so good. And I love all the referenced of the period jokes, right? When they get banned to like the remember the cabin where they got to be happy and the positivity and he looks in the wall and he sees the Heal the World Michael Jackson poster and
Oh
he
yeah, yeah.
screams. I just love all the dated references. I love it so much. It's just insane.
Brings it
Yeah,
back.
Christine Baranski. They're so good, man. They're so good. I don't think they put values out on 4K. I have the first one that's on 4K.
Mm.
Yeah, the serial killer trading cards, Amy
Oh yeah.
Fisher. I love all those references, man. Dude, if you showed your kids Adams Family Values today, they'd be like, they wouldn't get it. It would be a teaching moment for you. Be like, Dad, who's Amy Fisher?
We
You know,
watch the cartoon movies. I actually like the cartoon movies.
but I'm saying you would get to be like, Dad, who's Amy Fisher? Like, let me
Yeah.
tell you the story
Yeah.
of the 90s. Let me tell you who Amy Fisher is. I love it. Oh, the cartoon movies suck. You lost me on that. I didn't like those. Thought they were kind of boring.
They're all right. They're fine for what they were.
But awesome. I'm happy we turned the ship around after Hook and we got some Adams love. I appreciate it. We won you back. Todd, what's your number 4? Don't fuck it up. We're on a roll now. Jeez.
My number 4 is if I had this director's career, I would die and I would love it. He directed
Uwe Bowl.
fantastic films such as Beethoven, The Flintstones, Jingle All the Way, and Problem Child 2. So Problem Child 2 is my number 4.
I'm just gonna put P Child 2 again. All right. Is this our first repeat? Shocking.
It might be.
Shocking, actually. Peach Child 2, yeah, we already spoke a lot about it, so we won't spend too much time on it. But how do you feel about Problem Child 2 versus the first one?
I like it just a smidge better, but man, they're so close. I love them both. I wish they would come out with 'em. I mean, I know you don't need them in 4K, but I just want, some
Todd,
sort of special
we
features.
need them in 4K. We
Yeah.
absolutely need. I want to see those freckles in full UHD.
John
I
Ritter
want
deserves it, man.
I want to see, yeah, I want to see fucking John Ritter have his freak out, his classic freak out he has in each movie in OLED. I
I
want to
wanna
see
see
it.
LaWanda Schneige in OLED, dude,
I
or
want to see the bearded
Schneige.
lady in the first one in
Yeah,
OLED. Yeah,
yeah.
LaWanda Schneise. Dad, look at her shots. Look, it's
I always
good.
thought it was funny when I was a kid where he was broadcasting, his babysitter having sex with their boyfriend or whatever,
Oh, it's
and
so funny.
and all the neighbors are watching, they're drinking beer and eating popcorn, they're
That's
high-fiving,
so
"Yeah,
funny.
yeah."
It's so funny. And I like the one chick that was the MTV VJ. I must be going now.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude. I just it's absolutely ridiculous. And I love
I always thought his room was, like, the coolest thing ever too, man.
oh yeah.
He had, like, the spaceship room and everything like that.
And it's a callback too, because once again, the king of 90s soundtracks, Brian Adams, did a track
Mhm.
on that, the opening scene,
I
right?
love that song, man. That's so good. "Only the Strong
It's
Survive."
we still have like one of our first YouTube videos we did like a million years ago, back when Lush was still around. And it's us like watching Problem Child 2. And we're like just bebop into the
Y
intro scene while dancing to Brian Adams. That's back in the day when you could have Brian Adams playing on a YouTube video and no one gave a shit. Now
Yeah,
it's like,
we had the TV right in back of us, we're just, like, sitting
I
there
actually really
watching.
like that setup. That was cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, that video is still out there. But all right, cool. So my number three. All right, so now we're gonna get into repeat territory, but I did Boys in the Hood because
Okay.
I think this movie's fantastic. I think it's a staple of our household. Dude, my parents, my mom wore out VHS copies of Boys from the Hood. It's so funny because my mom hates rap. Nobody ever liked rap in my house. Hates the culture, all that stuff. She's pretty much somebody that grew up in Tennessee, but she loves these urban gangster films. What is it about whiteys loving these movies, man? Is it because we're getting like a voyeuristic view into something we'd never know? I don't know what it is.
I don't know, I
Like,
always liked him. I always liked, like, Above the Rim. I liked the basketball movies
like
and
Juice, dude.
Juice, yeah. The
Like the
Tupac
Juice
I thought
movie.
was pretty solid
Well,
back in the day.
Tupac was an actor before he was a musician.
Yeah, yeah, but I always enjoyed him.
Have you seen that video going around of Tupac, like, doing, like, an interview audition before he was a musician? And they're like, "Man, Tupac was hiding something. He was very flamboyant."
He
I'm
was,
saying, have you seen that video I sent you
yeah,
where he's, like,
I've
very
seen it, yeah.
he's very, like
That's been
he's
floating
ve
around for years, dude, a long
so,
time.
what's the real Tupac? Who's the real Tupac? Was he faking that to or was he faking the hip hop thug life?
I think he was faking the hip hop. Well, that's what I think that I'm not from the inner cities, but I think that that's what, um I mean, I think they might give him a pass for it, but he was faking a lot of that, I believe, because I think he was
He was
more
the
of the
artsy
actor.
fartsy guy doing theater, and he was an
Yeah,
actor
he went to
first.
a good school, I think, and
I
everything, and I don't think
I
he was.
think wasn't it I might be mistaken, but he met, like, Snoop and all those guys from Above the Rim. Like, he was in that I think he was doing that movie, you know what I mean? Like,
No, that was '94, so it had to be
okay, so
before that.
what is one of these movies, one of the earlier movies then, like, I don't know what it would
Juice
be,
or Poetic
Poetic
Justice
Justice? That's what I mean,
or
Poetic
Juice.
Justice. I think it's Poetic
Yeah,
Justice.
okay.
I don't think he even met Snoop or Dre until Poetic Justice. He was already in, like, the industry, so it's kinda weird, and, yeah, I don't know. Boys into Hood is top 90s tier. Absolutely, Blaine. Glad you see it our way. But yeah, so
Yeah,
anyway,
I remember when I was pretty because I was huge into hip hop back then with Biggie and Tupac and listened to that, but I also listened to a lot of, like, of course, Nirvana and, a lot of the grunge shit too. So, it's like, back then, like, people listened to pretty much everything when it came to, um, different genres and
I
all
like
that stuff.
Tupac. I'm not a huge rap guy, but I like
He's a great
I
lyricist.
I like the West Coast stuff. I like those early Cube records. I
Yeah.
like the obviously the Dre records, and I like the Tupac. I think Two of America's Most Wanted is one of my favorite hip hop songs with him and Snoop. That is such a catchy ass song.
I love Easy E too, man. Easy is great.
Yeah. All right. So my number three, or so your number three, Todd. Sorry, mine was Boys in the Hood.
Oh, my number three is even better than Boys in the Hood. So this movie came out in '91, of course, and this one is starring one of the greatest actors ever. I mean, he is. I mean, every girl's wet dream, and it's actually
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
no. I don't know if you even seen this movie, which is crazy to me how you haven't even seen this movie because it's If Looks Could Kill would be my number three, starring
Oh,
Richard
yeah.
Grieco. This movie is a '90s staple. This is a James Bond ripoff, and if you haven't seen this film, see it
I
because it
haven't
is
seen it.
so
Yeah,
freaking
people have been
great.
talking about it. People responded to you posting about it. So I feel like we got to do a
Linda
commentary for this,
Hunt's
eventually.
great. Roger Rees, he's
Roger
the
Daltrey.
Roger Daltrey's in it too for a small part, but yeah, it's great, man.
That's on the short list too, for a so we're gonna start on the commentaries. By the way, we did it last week, and it seemed to go over well because we got quite a few votes across the socials, and I think we should do. I think that's the way, at least for now, until we're back monetized and we, maybe start the membership. But for now, I think we should keep doing the polling because we did that last week,
I
and
think for the polling for next week, we should pick since we did the best 1991, we
well, I
should
was gonna
pick
ask you if we
three
should
of the
keep.
films
Okay.
for '91, and some people can vote on three films from the best of '91.
By the way, have you noticed how much more fun it is talking about the best movies than it was the worst? Like we're having
Yeah.
fun talking about probably probably because we're like blown away like when somebody actually doesn't like one of these movies. But no, I was gonna ask you, yeah, because last week we kept it horror themed. If we do these polls, should we keep them genre themed or should we like mix up the genres?
Oh, these top 10 lists?
No, that when we do the polls for the commentaries. That's what
Oh,
I'm
I
talking.
don't care. I don't care.
Anyway, yeah, we got a lot of stuff we can do. But if looks can kill, that's got to go on the list. All right, so number two, rounding it out, dude. Again, Bill and Ted Bogus Journey. This is a sequel that is better than the first one, just like Adam's Family. Um, I'm just gonna put Bogus Journey. What am I doing? I love Bogus Journey, dude. This movie
It's my
has my
honorable
heart.
mention. It's
It's
it's a
it's it is one of the greatest comedies in my opinion of all time. I like it more than the first one. I like the first one too, but there is just something early 90s about this that I love. And there's such a huge distinction from the first two because obviously the first movie filmed in 87 didn't come out till like what 88, 89, but it was filmed in 87. So it's deeply rooted in the 80s from the Van Halen references, from the fashion, from the mall, from having one of the Go-Go's as Joan of Arc. Everything about it so 80s. And the music, I love the soundtrack of that first Bill and Ted, dude. I love it. I like I love that song "In Time" by Robbie Robb. In time, everything will be all right. When they
is
go to
that
the
where they show
future,
the photographs or whatever?
that's when they're like, they go to the future when they find
Oh,
out they're like worshipped, and everybody's like, they're like, whoa, yeah. Anyway, the second one, it just reeks of. I've always said that I am a sucker for anything like 1991, like right at the beginning. I love Use Your Illusion. I love the Black Album. I like Salute Your Shore. I like 1991 Nickelodeon. I like there's just a stink that is on the films of the day, on the music. I think records never sounded better. I think around the early 90s was peak record production because things hadn't gone digital yet. Everything was still cut to tape, everything was still analog, and just but everything had reached its peak. Sounded the best sounding records came from around that era, like the Black Album or Use Your Illusion, or even Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. There's something about, dude, it's just magic. And then, a few years later, we went digital and things kind of changed. And same thing. I love the fashion. I like the soundtrack changed. All of a sudden, Bill and Ted are wearing like flannel now, and
mhm.
I I love it. And the soundtrack we went from extreme Robbie Robb and sort of like that little bit more 80s rock. Then we went to Megadeth. you know,
Mhm.
Go to Hell and stuff like that. Even though I do give the soundtrack edge to the first movie, the first soundtrack I think is a little better. Yeah, and Station, dude, how could you not? First of all, really quick, the fact that Bogus Journey got greenlit blows my freaking mind. Like the fact that somebody pitched that script that is so bananas and they made it. Like, oh, Bill and Ted die,
How did
they
it do
go
in
to
the box
hell.
office?
Oh, I don't know. Bill and Ted die, they go to hell, and they play a bunch of board games with death, including Clue and Twister to get out. And then they have to go to heaven to find this big mutant named Station. And then they come back to build good robot us's to stop the evil robot us's. And then the stations run together and turn into a blob and turn to it is so batshit crazy. And I have to give props to Bogus Journey because it's also one of those sequels that is not just a remake of the first one. Because usually sequels just kind of follow the same templates, the same thing. You know, even Adam's Family Values kind of is following a lot of the first movie. This movie's totally different. They're not going back at like it's a totally different flick, man. So I love it. 10
That's
out of
good.
10. I'm glad that's finally getting a 4K release from Shout, so I'll be on that like white on rice for sure. And the third Bill and Ted kind of is poop, but it's kind of poopy. So whatever. All right, Todd, what's your number two?
So my number 2 is very controversial.
Oh,
Some might not say it was number 2. For me, I think it is Robert Winley's best film,
mm,
honestly.
mm.
He's he's fantastic in it. I mean, he goes from playing in Stone Cold to playing in Terminator 2 phenomenally. And Terminator 2 is my number 2. I love Terminator 2.
Shut up, you troll.
No, I'm serious.
Terminator 2 is not your number two.
No, number 2.
That's your number two?
My number 2.
Wow. So you did not foretell the future, Dr. Giggles.
Nope.
I was expecting it. Spoiler alert. T2 is your number two.
My
You're
number
not
2.
you're not come on, don't bullshit me. You're
I'm
not
not.
fucking
I got my list right here. It's not number
all
1.
right. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Well, a little anticlimactic for me, but we'll just talk about it because my number one is T2. I don't know how this is not your number one because this movie is amazing. It just stands the test of time. Every time once again, 1991 stink. You have Guns N' Roses in the soundtrack. I like the kids on the dirt bikes. I like seeing the old school. I love Afterburner. I like the mall, the early 90s mall and the arcade. I love looking at the old school ATMs.
Mhm.
I love the denim jackets like
Easy
Bobby
money.
Budnick is wearing. I like the mullet. I like seeing the neighborhood. You know, it was filmed in, I'm pretty sure it's filmed in Riverside, like Todd and Janelle's neighborhood. I love seeing those houses. And I know those houses still exist. Like there's plenty of houses that were built in the 90s, but I love it. I love the fact that I'm watching these houses in the 90s and it just everything. And I'm seeing the cars from the 90s and I'm just, pining for the 90s, I guess. But I love it, dude. How it's just, and it gets better with age. Every time I watch it, it's so fantastic. How could this not be your number one? But
No, it's definitely my number 2. I mean, when it comes to 1991, this was the year where Terminator 2 is fantastic. I love Terminator 2, but it wasn't in my rotation as much as this. This Terminator 2 is second because, of course, we recorded this on HBO, that sort of thing.
Beauty and the Beast, right? Dr.
But
Giggles has it.
my number 1 um, for the greatest film of 1991 is
What's
one that
wrong?
I watched a million times, and it just gets better with age. And
Absolutely not.
with Corey Feldman being the main star,
Dude, you're
Rock and
full
Roll
of
High School
shit, dude.
Forever. Rock and Roll High School Forever is still my favorite film of 1991.
You are
Um,
full of
it I'm
shit.
not full of shit because I mean this is the 90s stink is all over this with the
Dude.
Eradicator soundtrack. Corey Feldman is phenomenal in it. He's so funny in it. Just everything about this. It reminds me of being a kid again. When I watch this,
Like,
just the stupid humor in it is so funny, man.
I don't
I
doubt,
love
'cause
it so much.
I know your nostalgic connection to it because you've been talking about this movie as long as I've known you, and
Yes,
I just watched it for the first time, like, a couple of months ago, and it
yes.
is a 5 at best.
This is a 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10.
Wow, dude, can you hear yourself right now? You're saying a Corey
Yes,
Feldman movie,
yes.
a past his prime Corey Feldman movie is better than T2 Judgment
He
Day.
was a coked out Corey.
I would
He meant that,
love
yeah.
to hear you say that to James Cameron's face sometime. He'd probably, like, spontaneously combust.
Well,
Wow.
Corey Feldman is number 1 in my book.
The day the giggles died.
Sorry,
Complete
guys.
trash.
If you haven't seen Rock and Roll High School Forever, do yourself a
I
favor.
feel like Todd is trying to just add a little drama to the
I am
show.
not adding
I feel
drama.
like
I
that
put
was
that
probably
as my
really his
number
number
no,
2
it's
and
my number
T1.
1.
I
No,
just I don't think
no,
are you allowed to, like, deny someone's opinion? You're wrong. Your number 1 is wrong.
no, my number 1 is not wrong. I could show you my notes if you wanna see them. You don't believe me.
I'm not saying it's not on your notes, I'm just saying it's wrong. It's wrong.
Not that's why I said in the beginning of this is my favorite
And
of
they're and they're
1991.
and they're and what's their name again? The Eradicators? Is the band?
Yeah, that's his band,
Music
The
sucks.
Eradicators.
It
Oh, they're
sucks.
great, dude.
Why
They're
are they
so good.
playing that fucking oldies music in 1991? Makes no sense. Like, I
They're
guess Rock and Roll
so
High School. You think
yeah,
they're gonna
yeah.
be playing like yeah, it's
Bill Haley in the comments used to do it.
so weird. I was expecting for them to, like, be jamming out to some Van Halen, like, to be of the era. They got the leather jacket, and they're playing, like, Bill Haley in the comments, like, "What is
Yeah,
this?"
that's rock and roll, baby. That's rock and roll.
I I don't know, man. I mean,
Hey,
yeah, fair enough.
you wanted to go
All
first. I'm sorry it ended like that, but you wanted to go first.
That's true. I just knew we'd both have T2 as number 1. I just
No,
knew. It was written in the stars. All roads lead to
I
Corey Feldman.
love
How I
T2.
should have known.
I love T2, but I love Rock and Roll High School Forever.
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs is number 1, Dr. Giggles. I would have gladly taken that answer over, Rock and Roll High School Forever. So you must really love Leanne Curtis. It must have been a complete honor when we got to talk to her so many years
I
ago.
was tickled, man. I was smitten. It was fun, man. That was my movie growing up, man.
I think Todd reached out. We're trying to get Leanne back.
Yeah, I need to try to hit her up again.
Did you
But
even really message her? Because
yeah, I did.
she
Yeah,
seems super social.
yeah, I did. I did message her. I
Yeah.
did on Facebook. Maybe I'll try on Instagram if she's on that.
Wow, Giggles. T2's not even in his top 10. Whoa. Some of you kids don't know how to 90s, and it shows.
Yeah, I mean, you had Corey Feldman, you had Mary Warnoff, you had Larry Linville, which I love Larry Linville from MASH, man.
Yeah,
He's
Larry
so
Little's cool.
funny, dude.
Yeah, he's great.
So maybe that should be one of our options for a commentary.
Yeah, well, I wanted to see if we can get Leanne to come on and
That's
talk
true.
about it.
Maybe I will wait on that.
We're
Yeah, we'll wait on
holding
that.
out.
Yeah,
So,
I forgot about that.
well, anyway, guys, I want to chat for a minute. I don't have a choose your destiny this week. I'm sorry. I don't. I have some, but I didn't actually make slides or anything. So I'm going to hold off. I apologize. And it's okay because we got so much content in here. I got to edit all this stuff anyway. Let me tell you a little bit. I'm so busy because we're doing the music now of the film. So I am actively talking to my sound guy, and every other day we're having meetings where we're doing it scene by scene. I'm so busy. So it's fine. We'll survive. But we can talk. We can ask questions. Is something else you want to do instead? I don't
Yeah.
want to I don't want to like boring ask you what you think because we don't have the graphics, you know?
Yeah, let's ask us some questions here for
Yeah, let's cap this. Ask a couple of questions, man. Oh, I wanted to say too. So once again, we got demonetized, those fuckers. So please, if you guys want to support us, man, we do have Patreon up still, but we're gonna be back in full action in October. So we're just trying to stay afloat until then. We are moving. We're not doing the game content over here. I created a Revival House Plays channel. So the Twitter is going to be all games, and then I got a Revival House YouTube channel that will also be streaming the game stuff casually on. So I'll have to share that with everybody here soon. And yeah, there's a lot of like overhauling and facelift stuff is going to be going on over the next couple of months. So let's see. Riverman.
I wasn't trolling, by the way, James.
I have my doubts too, right? I have my doubts too.
I have the VHS autograph by Corey Feldman. I have the one sheet. If I can find any other movie memorabilia from
Oh, you did get that signed when you saw him live.
Yes, yes.
Did you stay there, or did somebody get it for you? Did you
Somebody
stay?
got it for me because you had to pay like an extra $70 to get a meet and greet. And I'm
Well,
like,
you're
I'm
not a
doing
huge
that.
fan then. I thought you were a huge fan.
You know what? He didn't get to the concert arena until 11 o'clock, so he didn't sign until like 2:30 a.m. And I couldn't. I'm in my 30s, man. I can't be up that late.
Disrespectful, dude. The Wolfpack kept him up. They kept him on the run. Is that why he couldn't show up?
You want to get pricked, man.
Feldman's on the Loserville tour right now. I tell you what, it is tempting to pull up a video. There's a pretty disastrous loser. Okay, we're going to do it. That's how we're going to end the episode. There's a pretty disastrous performance of Corey Feldman performing on that Limp Bizkit tour. We're going to make the exception. We're going to find it. Let me.
Sorry,
all right.
guys.
Well, that's all we got. Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for taking part. And no more Corey Feldman. We promise. Corey Feldman can't hurt you. Bye.